All right. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Video Game Book Club. I'm Tubby Mora, and today I am joined by Nakuso, Tailman, and Soul Charizard. Say hello, everyone.
Sup?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
What up? So this time around, we're going to be focusing on Ready or Not, which was developed and published by Void Interactive and was originally released on December 13th, 2023 for PC. Now, on Ready or Not's official website, it reads, quote, Ready or Not is a realistic tactical first-person shooter set against a backdrop of political and economic instability in the United States. You are placed in the boots of Judge, an elite SWAT commander being tasked with diffusing tense, hostile situations in a morally bankrupt city. But that's how the website describes the game. How would everyone here describe the game? And the order of presenting will be Nakuso, Tubby Mora, Tailman, and the Soul Charizard. And please be advised, there may be spoilers ahead. And with that said, let's get started. Question 1. Describe the game in one sentence.
As one of my squad mates said as we played, remember, no Russian. Next.
As one of my other squad mates said, kill him, then bill him. What you tell, man?
Oh man, that was gonna be mine. You took
It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's copyright free.
Oh no, you know what? No, sometimes Okay, basically for this game, if it ain't kill him and bill him, then oh god, it's on site. Depending on submission, whether you're ready or not.
I like it. All right. Well done. Well done.
Next.
Oh boy, did I think of a quip for this? All right. Boy. All right, so Ready or Not makes you be the judge, jury, and executioner, or something around the lines.
Okay.
Next.
All right. Question 2. What platform did you play the game on? How many hours did it take you to finish the game? And briefly describe your playstyle towards the game.
So I mostly played in a group of 3 with Tubby and Tailman, and then sometimes we played with Soul a little bit in the later half of the game. Pretty much we did every mission. I mean, we wouldn't be here if we didn't play through the whole game, right?
Yeah, of course.
We were ready.
I love justice.
Good. So yeah, it was great playing through all the maps. I did not play the single player, so this is strictly, from my point of view, a multiplayer review when I give my score at the end. And I played on mouse and keyboard as you would expect from a first-person shooter on PC. My preferred weapon was the MK18 for the primary and a G19 for the secondary with gas or flashbangs as my preferred throwable. And when I had to use a secondary or primary in close quarters, I would use the B1301 shotgun, which is pretty cool. I use the shield sometimes, but unlike Tubby, who can see through nothing, it was hard. It was hard to shoot.
Dude, I don't know how he hits targets, but I tried using a shield once with his similar pistol. I'm like, how is Tubby nailing these hits like 2 or 3 shots? I'm gonna dump it the whole
Dude,
mag.
I grab a freaking Sharpie, I put a little dot on my screen. Little red
Are you
dot.
serious?
Oh.
Yeah, I just draw on the
know,
screen
dude.
itself.
That's how it's
Hey, what is
supposed
this?
to work, but
What is this
okay.
early '90s technique of putting a dot on you? Hey, if it works, because I see him nailing shots when his shield's all shot up, and he's like hitting headshots from across the room. I'm like, what is this dude, man? So I'm saying it's because he's a Reinhardt.
Oh, also, you gotta remember, I play Overwatch competitive. I'm used to seeing a bunch of screen vomit all over my screen. So
That is true,
that
that is
also
true.
helps.
This is like tame compared to overall.
I was gonna say how does playing as Reinhardt to help you be a good shield shield user?
Yeah, screen vomit.
Hold up the shield, press W. That's what you would always say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't remember, but Reinhardt doesn't carry a gun except for his hammer, which does some range attacks at least.
Yeah, close enough.
But Tubby can reload his hammer now, so.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, but yeah. We did. I did most of the missions. with Tubby here, it was a little bit different. He kind of
What do you mean?
changed the way we played.
What do you mean? In a good way or bad way?
I'll let you determine that on your
Okay.
on your turn next. I'm done.
All right. Okay. For me, obviously, played the game on Steam with the boys, with the homies, the VGBC crew. Clocked in about 27.2 hours into the game. And for my playstyle, like Nox was saying, I kept it simple. Full body armor, Steel Series, full shield, anime waifu edition, and of course, I used arguably the best pistol in the game, the 5.7, with this big, beefy, fat mag size of 20 bullets. I was able to go in, get in close, and unload full magazines like my life depended on it. And, you know, my goal in the game was always to take center point. Yeah, to be as tanky as possible and always like lead the charge in every engagement. And if my teammates died, I took it as, you know, that was my fault. And thanks to Sergeant Tailman's guidance, I was permitted to go into no Russian mode and slaughter everyone and everything, despite Soul always getting mad at me. Yeah, feel free to look at all the videos we have. There was not one time where Soul did not get mad at me. But you know what? It's okay.
And remember, Tubby does not condone this in real life.
Yeah.
Only in the game.
I'm not mad. I'm just silently judging of your
He's just disappointed.
Listen,
interesting play style.
Soul,
you
those
have to remember,
infinite drinks back at HQ will not pay for themselves.
Hey,
They want results. We give them results.
I gave him permission to go.
Yeah, but I think Command is a little bit concerned about your playstyle as well, and I don't blame him.
Well,
Listen,
is the
he
command
did
out there
results.
killing everyone? I mean, sorry, I mean saving everyone. My bad.
Camera too.
Hey,
Listen, so my group gets results. We don't care how.
exactly. You tell him, Sergeant Tailman.
Oh boy.
Especially on some missions. Oh my god, it was on site. I didn't give a shit. ROE was out the window on some missions. I don't know. I'll tell you what. This is about making a statement.
So yeah, see, I had the blessing of Tailman, so that's all that mattered.
All right.
If you didn't want me to kill civilians accidentally, then you shouldn't have died.
The option to do so in the first place, bro.
Jeez.
But yeah, that was my play style. What about you, Tailman?
Okay, so my playstyle was a bit all over the place. Let's see. By myself, I would try to play non-lethally. I was jokingly referred to as the morale officer at first. And even still, when we did play, I would always be rocking the beanbag shotgun, or sometimes the R7, the pepper ball launcher, if I was feeling silly. But that kind of stopped after we found out how kind of broken the AI was, so I went to full lethal instead after a while, and I was rocking the ARN 180, the Python as my secondary, and a crap ton of gas grenades. And then, of course, I had the gas mask as my thing. I would be using light armor, ceramic plates, and yeah. And I would pretty much be like Toby was saying, I would be telling them how to play the game, you know, where to go, how to check their corners and all that. And if the situation permitted it, you know, flick it to full auto and it's on site. Or we be damned.
Dang straight.
So, yeah, or until basically the way Toby worked is he would try to play, you know, properly, but until the moment someone died, oh, that's it. he was going in for a purpose.
No Russian. No Russian.
Yeah, exactly. No Russian protocol ended up being a lot more efficient than we thought. So, so that's what. But yeah, that was my playstyle, and yeah, that's how it usually went. Next.
Okay. So it's my turn.
Yep, your turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I played this like later half when the Sergeant Apex Predator gave me this game.
Oh God! Stop with the.
That is true. Little known fact: Tailman's top 500 Apex Predator.
No,
Apex
that
Legends.
was a glitch, bro. That was a glitch. That was a. No.
I don't know, man. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
My playstyle was like precise shots and trying to make sure I'm trying to be more cautious as possible. Trying to be precise, but there are sometimes I'm like I get caught off guard by flanked enemies or like that caught me off guard. And I use like mostly rifles or submachine guns. And the mirror gun is like a lifeblood. It's like a savior sometimes for checking corners or under the doors, because you never know what kind of nasty will be coming right around that corner, man.
You know, it's funny. I after a while, I just stopped using the mirror gun because I kind of like the thrill of not knowing if around the corner could be my death or an amplification.
You probably also like learned.
I'd be really
You also
affected.
learned the map
man.
too, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What happened?
So basically, after a while, I actually legitimately stopped using the mirror gun, and I just started using other long tacticals because, like, I love the thrill of not knowing if the door I open is going to be my demise or an altercation.
You mean
like,
the 50-50?
Yeah, the 50-50 was actually kind of like addictive. Like, I don't know if the moment I open that door, would be someone behind it, or if I'm gonna be able to pie it or something. It's oddly intoxicating. So I don't even play with the mirror gun anymore.
Dang. Wait, Nuxo, what did you say?
What was your tactical? Actually, my tactical as of late has been the M203.
No, Nuxo was saying
flash.
something earlier.
Oh,
I said you affected how Tailman played.
Oh my gosh.
Is it because that one?
Yeah.
It's that one level, huh? The tower.
yeah.
Also,
Well, I mean, to be fair, I would used to try and play non-lethally, like trying to actually properly bring him in if possible. But after a while, I'm like, all right, screw it. They all gonna die today. That's it. This is my villain arc.
when
So,
you and me played Tailman, like I think last week,
yeah.
we were at that computer server area. My
Mind
gosh,
jump.
you were
Mind
like
jump.
playing as Caustic like everywhere. Everyone was like coughing. Everyone was dying inside the freaking servers.
I had trapped on the pepper balls, CS gas,
It
and
was-
the M203 gas, and I'd be like, breathe it in.
Just
That's no coughing.
everyone was just
That's no-
coughing over there, Toby. They just did not stop. He wasn't stopping with all of his his effective gas on it.
I mean, it's a
Yeah, I
viable
would-
strategy. So
It is.
I would mag dump someone with a pepper ball gun and then toss another CS gas just to
And I
prove
just
a
wa-
point.
I'm just watching these suspects just like run around like crying and dying at the same time as we're just trying to make them surrender.
Yeah, at one point you could hear nothing but just coughing and crying. I'm like, yes, breathe it in, and I'm like, bring him in into justice. And then
Okay.
you see like unauthorized use of force. Like pop up.
Jeez.
I'm like,
Dang, you're Batman.
uh,
You're not killing him.
and
I'm
actually
not
killing
killing
them.
Stopper.
But I'm
anyways.
not letting them walk away either. Sit down.
But anyways, before
Yeah.
we get a little sidetracked, yeah, I was using like, I was trying to be precise in my shots, using the mirror gun, using flash grenades or concussion grenades as possible, and I think I used the ceramic light armor, full bodied,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's about it. Next.
Okay. Question 3. What is one thing you like about the game?
So one thing that I liked about the game was the atmosphere for each mission and how serious it could get.
Mm-hmm.
Examples was
Mhm.
hide and seek and Valley of the
Oh, yeah.
Dolls. Two
Oh,
levels that were made me feel very uncomfortable, gave me slight PTSD,
Oh yeah.
made me think of how that is in real life, and then made me feel sick.
And it just
Uh,
makes
one
you
of the
understand
mi-
like mental
Yeah.
health, just how important for this
Yeah.
kind of job. Like this is just
It's
a
like,
virtual representation.
jeez.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah,
Mhm.
the real thing.
Like, that got super real, and like I mean, Valley of the Dolls deals with pedophilia and like grooming, and then hide and seek. If I remember, it's the one at the end, right? The last
Human
mission.
trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're-
human trafficking. That was like
what's
insane.
that? When you open the container for the first time, like,
Yeah.
oh shit! You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was like
Oh man.
that's when they really got real. And then that was also the mission that Townman was like he got like bothered by the most. I noticed.
Yeah, it actually, yeah, of all the missions, the last one really like stuck with me. I'm like, dude, they I saw in the trailer, I'm like, there's no way they would actually put that in game for you know. But then I was just opening a trailer unsuspectedly on the hide and seek Port Hokin mission, and I just see like
Oh yeah.
a whole bunch of people malnourished with no clothes on, and like I was like, oh no, this is real, man. They actually did it. And when you see it in the game for the first time, oh sorry, oh my god, it definitely,
Mhm.
yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Knock. So it definitely leaves a,
Yeah.
it's still
Just like
kind of,
all the missions were like great in terms of like what they were trying to represent and to play through them. Like especially the later half, like the remember Tubby, a
Mhm.
mission I knew like you thought about when it got real was the school one, the school shooting,
Oh my god, yeah.
like at the college. And then they
Oh
had
my
like
God, yeah.
bombs, and we had that was like the most intense because we had to like get the bombs in a certain time limit.
Mhm.
And I remember that's like when you got like even more serious when we had to like rush through the whole school. It was like so many doors, and it's just times like that is like when it's so immersive. It's like I really enjoyed playing with you guys during that.
Oh yeah. Same here, same here.
How about you, Tubby? What is one thing you liked?
I mean, dude, like you hit it on the head. And I know it's kind of repeating what Noxel said, but really like going into this game, like I thought that all we would be doing is going in, shooting some bad guys, maybe accidentally killing a civilian or two, and then, ending the mission and rinse and repeat. Job well done, slap on the ass, eat a donut, we're all good to go for next round. But like never did I think once that playing through this game, I would actually care about what was happening. Like actually care about who we were saving and who we were supposed to hunt down. But man, this game is freaking disgusting, like Noxo said. It gathers the worst that humanity has to offer, like from like religious cults to pedophiles to human sex trafficking. Like if there is a crime that can be committed, this game probably has a level or a scenario dedicated to it. And like the way the game pieces it all together with how the environments and like the levels are designed and like the art direction of these locations, it's just something truly to behold in the most messed up way possible. Like some of my most memorable levels, similar to Nakaso, was Valley of the Dolls, the freaking pedophiles. I think the mission was called Elephant, the college level, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tim, man. And then a Neon Tomb, the nightclub level, Relapse,
yeah, that
the
was-
hospital level, and then of course Hide and Seek, the final level with the with the sex trafficking. Just like stepping into this game makes you realize and remember how effed up the world is, and you're reminded that sometimes there are people that are better off dead, in the game with consent.
Yeah,
So-
sometimes RV just, sometimes you just have to look the other way.
So yeah, I'm with Noxa. That was really the highlight for me in this game. But yeah, what about you, Tail Man?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm gonna build off of both Tubby and no, it turns out the music actually in the levels, those for particular storylines actually have interlocking melodies to them. So when you're like, for example, on the CP ring missions, they all have a very similar overtone in the music compared to like also the trafficking and the ones with the terrorist group. They all have very similar overtones in them. If you didn't realize, just enough, but enough to where they fit within the theme of that mission and what little storyline it was in. So that was a really cool detail. But no. One thing I really definitely enjoyed about this game, on top of all that, was just definitely how unforgiving and how brutal the gameplay was, even before and after we installed an AI mod and after the official patch. It just goes to show like how really intense CQB fighting is. Where if you aren't like on top of your game or paying attention, like one wrong move and you die, that's pretty much as close as to the real thing I never want to get into.
Mhm.
Like if you don't pay attention to your corner, like if you're clearing a room or if you're just like kind of minded absent and you're not paying attention, that right there you're dead. And it's happened to me a few times where I got a little too complacent and I didn't notice a guy like hiding in the corner and he domed me. I'm like, oh, and, that's it. So this game, unforgivable. The unforgivingness of this game is what I loved about it, because it just goes to show how very tense CQB can be in this kind of situation, especially when there's like a crap of other things happening on top of it. So, and you also got to remember your ROE, but we don't really pay attention to that. So, but yeah, I definitely
try
on
to.
top of that, and the missions, replicating that, and all the locations are very realistic, like what you would probably see in your, for most part, like the port location, the school, the house, all very believable like architecture. It also makes it just more immersive. So that's what I liked about the game. Just the unforgiving gameplay, which really hammers in either you're on top of your game or I hope you're prepared to die a lot. So, so It's like the Dark Souls of shooting games, right? But anyway.
Oh, he said the thing.
I said
He
it.
said the thing.
Someone had to say it. But yeah, that's it. Dark Souls of shooting games next.
So it's my turn.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you guys like talked about the missions a lot, but I think I like the full like variety of customization of customizing your own character,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you can use whatever weapons you want, or like whatever gear you need to get the job done, or just to personalize how you feel. And I just like, and I like the other aesthetics to it. Like there's like two separate customizations, like like changing the outfit of your character or adding like accessories to it. It's not too flashy or not too dull. It feels just right for what it is. And the weapon, and again with the weapons, there's like a lot for you to choose from for for any CQB. Like you can go either non-lethal, or even though it's like limited, but you can also use like different varieties of weapons to suit your needs for your own style of play. And the accessories you unlock, like for aesthetic wise, you just need to beat the game. You don't need like paywall or anything. You just need to complete these certain missions in a certain rank. And that's about it.
Oh yes, like no DLC and all that. Like everything is just given straight to you, and the only things you can unlock are like optional.
Yes.
But you're not really needed. I love that. That's the first thing I noticed too. I loved it.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Uh oh.
DOC down here.
Is there DLC in
No, I agree with you. So that is great that it does that. It's a refreshing after so many microtransactions.
We needed something different.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyways, next.
All right. Question 4. What is one thing you did not like, and how would you improve it?
This is so easy. I mean, I have like 4 things.
God, I wonder what you're gonna say.
I hope one of them isn't mine.
100%.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna take Toby's away right now.
All right, do it.
I wish that after you brought order to chaos, and you're trying to find all the civilians.
Oh yes.
If there was a way for them,
dang it,
to like let you know where they are by calling out, by using a command, so you can know in the vicinity instead of having to shoot your gun and pray to RNG if that is a civilian or someone you just handcuffed 5 minutes ago. It is so annoying, and especially like in a hospital map or like huge maps when you're going around and you're trying to find the last civilian that you didn't arrest because you were just trying to be focused on the objective, or you were chasing an enemy or something. It's just, we spend like, no joke, probably like 10 minutes just trying to find, or 15, just trying to find one person somewhere. And it was just like, man, that I don't know how they overlooked something like that. I get like being realistic, obviously, but also it's also realistic after like, well, I'm assuming. I'm not a SWAT person, but
I'm not a SWAT main.
You would call out to a civilian after something is like, when you're trying to look for them and they will like call out or like something like that. Just like something easily as a command, so it's not brain dead. So you don't know like exactly where the last one is, but at least like it gives you like an indicator within that area. There's nothing. So you still have to look around. That's how I would improve it.
Or just run it through audio keys.
Actually, a little quick note on top of that: if you're playing single player, when you neutralize all the contacts, you can actually give your AI teammates a search and rest and secure command, and they will find the remaining civilians and any evidences you missed.
Dang! Only in single player.
But in multiplayer, I would wish they would have that though, where you can call out. Because in multiplayer, you don't have that luxury, only in single player. So it's kind of, they do have it, but I wish like you said, it would be a thing in multiplayer too, because we spent way too
Mhm.
much time taking pot shots in the air.
I'm pretty sure like 1/5 of our game time is just looking for the civilians.
Yeah.
Probably. And
Oh,
they end up being
yeah.
like near the beginning of the level. You're like, ah. Something.
It does get annoying a little bit when
Yeah,
you try
it
to find them.
does.
Oh yeah, for sure it does.
Dang. Well, that was mine.
I remember you mentioned sometimes the game being too dark. I'm not sure if that's a complaint though.
No, not really. Wait,
Okay, never mind.
too dark. I never said. Oh, you mean like the lighting?
Yeah, the lighting would be weird at times.
Oh, I got one. I mean, this is the most obvious one. Wait, are you done, Nuxo, with yours or?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. I mean, this is the elephant in the room. I mean, it technically has been patched. This elephant does have band-aids all over it now, but
Oh.
it's the AI. The AI, when we started the game, I think we played it like late January of 2024. The AI was cheap. Superhuman reflexes. They could shoot you right in the head from the other side of the world. They just knew where you were at all times. And then eventually we actually we ended up installing a mod. I don't know what the mod was called. I know you might, Tailman. You might know what the mod is
Enhanced
called.
AI.
Yeah, just I guess enhanced AI. The AI was smarter, but it did not have godlike reflexes, and it really helped tone down the game. But it was still pretty challenging. And what's interesting too about this mod that we had installed was, I think, Tailman, you were mentioning that the people who made the mod altered the difficulty of the enemies depending on what type of enemies they were, whether or not they were terrorists, whether or not they were trained in actual combat. So
basically, depending on the enemy, they'll either have slower or faster reflexes depending on the enemy and their training, and whether or not they're going to be easier to dominate. Meaning, if you shout at them, they'll be willing to comply rather than them fighting back and shooting and all that. Which I don't think is in the official patch, but that would be nice to see implemented to some degree in the official release. Because I think that was a really nice detail. Because not everyone's gonna be a SWAT, operator. That even like the low key gas station people were like doming us at the. They're like, how are these people so trained? That's not fair. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you had that mod. The game was fair but still challenging. And then I think a few weeks ago they did another update where they toned down the aggression of the AI and their ability to freaking quickscope you. But at the same time, as nice as that was, it lost a little bit of that magic too, because a part of the game that was so fun, kind of like what Tiamat was saying, was the challenge itself. Like it was scary ending up being the last person standing in your squad because you didn't know what the AI was going to do. Like, it was actually terrifying to play these levels, especially if you're by yourself and you're low on ammo. But now with the current state of the AI as of right now, at least when we finish the game, it's very hit or miss. Sometimes the AI can be playing fair, and sometimes they're just really dumb and they're just standing there for no reason and they're just taking shots. Like, they're not actively trying to seek cover. I think
they have no survival.
yeah, I think it's like if you want to find that nice balance for the AI, just like take the aggression of the the original AI and also combine it with that mod, where you can tweak the AI based on the type of enemies we're facing, whether or not they're terrorists or just some random some random dude in a gas station, or if they're like a super op trained cultist who has killed hundreds of people in their day. Just like I want that to be conveyed. Yeah, it sucks because it's like, as we were saying earlier, we absolutely love the level designs and like the atmosphere and the world building. I just wish it had the AI to match it.
Right? No, exactly. That's why like during we played a bit because for a while we were playing with the mod on and it was nice, and then after I turned off the mod after the release, the official patch came out,
it felt off, right?
It felt like something was different. Like, they weren't doing these like grouping, pincer maneuver type deals. They were sort of just grouping up with each other. I'm like, oh, what happened?
Oh
and
no,
I
mean
the mod.
sometimes, but they also it was like Toby said, hit or miss, because they would still flank, like that person who like ran in after you and killed you in hide and seek.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he scared the hell out of me. He was like, "Oh shit!" I was trying to fire back, but I missed my shot.
Or who shot Soul? He was like hiding
Yeah.
behind a bookcase.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
that was the
Oh, no,
last
that's
level,
really
right? That was the
cool.
last level.
That was
I
the
think.
last
Yeah.
level.
I'm not gonna lie, that was
The,
actually
the
really
last
smart
level, I
move.
feel like they were
Yeah.
different. They were like definitely like
Honed in a little bit
I feel
more.
like the hardest.
Mm-hmm. But it was still fair, and it's just like
What? Like
this.
I'm wondering, Tubby, is it
Mhm.
just like a bug where like they sometimes like lose how they're acting
It
for that?
could be, and that's
I'm on the official Reddit. People have been asking about that too. Like, why does it feel like sometimes they'll do their job, and then other times it feels like they're just locked in, and other times they don't.
yeah.
So it's not just us. It's other people asking about that similar thing because it feels like sometimes they're on top of the game, and sometimes they're just meat sacks. You know.
Mm-hmm. And it freaking sucks because it's like
It kind of
the
ruins
AI
that
has
part.
moments of brilliance there, like
Like it's almost believable.
their strategy and the way they play. Just like when we tell me, remember that the cultists with the masks, like they were using
Yeah.
like guerrilla warfare tactics. I mean, of course
And
that
it
was with the
worked.
mod, but still it was interesting because they like to play really close and they like to try to freaking knife you.
Yeah, it scared you because you don't expect it, but that's what makes it fun because you don't know what to expect the first time going. I was terrified to move up. I was like, usually I'd be able to, yeah, let's go. Here I'm like, hell no, pushing up.
Yeah.
And then when I didn't even see the person, but you did, and then they domed me with a shotgun. I'm like, oh, it scared me, man. Those are the moments I wish there was more of because they're fighting unconventionally, and it makes sense considering their kind of history, you know. And so I just wish they would fix that again and not have to use a mod again. I
Mhm.
might turn the mod back on just to
Yeah.
give that dynamicness. I kind of miss it.
So that's really my thing is just the AI definitely needs a lot more tuning and tweaking. How would you fix it? Make sure you add the semicolons in the right part of the code and make sure you name all your variables correctly. And yeah.
Out that one particular line. You
Oh, there you go.
for shits
Like
and
what
giggles.
McManamy said, just hire the modders themselves that modded that for the game.
You know what's funny? Some people are also saying, why don't they just get the modders to finish
Yep.
the game at this point?
Just go hire them at this stage.
That's
They're like, Void ain't gonna do it. Might as well just get the modders. I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit of shade, but I get it.
But
they're already adding like all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, that's my thing. AI. I mean, it was expected. But what about you, Tail Man? What about you? What's one thing you didn't like? How would you improve it?
Well, damn, you both already took things I was hoping none would took. So I'm gonna strap here for options. I wouldn't say more levels. I mean, you already got a lot to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? What really stuck out with me? I really liked the interaction in the last level of Port Hoken, where
Ooh,
Judge
good one. Okay.
talking with the USIA dude. I wish there was more interactions like that throughout the whole game, and not because I feel like just being on the last level makes it feel like they're hinting that there might be an expansion on top of that. But I would be hoping that there would be more options for that kind of dialogue, because it just makes it more authentic, more real, like as if you're just another person in this whole chain of command that's way above your pay grade. And I love that feeling, like no matter what, you're still having to take orders from a higher government body, because you're only just you're essentially just a police department, but you're working with federals, and unfortunately at the end of the day, their orders will always triumph over yours because you're technically lower on the ladder. And I love to see that interaction with inner agencies in the future, like that kind of like dialogue per se. If it's store related, that would have been cool. You see more of personally.
Kind of like how Bane is in Payday 2. How he talks to you constantly.
Yeah, because the most dialogue you see is just saying, lead to talk. We got a suspect in custody. Client. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But after like the 100th time, you're like, okay, any other dialogue we got? But no, that's just it. So seeing that for the first time was really refreshing. I'm like, whoa, actual dialogue.
He actually cares.
Exposition? What the? It actually humanizes your character a bit more. So, because it makes it. You kind of feel for these people, but spoilers by the way. But yeah, I wish there was more of that. Hopefully in the future of this game, if they do make more levels, or if there's more ways to introduce that retrofitting into earlier levels if that's possible. You know, I loved
Mhm.
seeing that little power dynamic between different agencies and kind of make like when you feel like you're doing good, there's always that person to make you step in and make you feel like, oh wait, we're not as impacting as we thought we were. You know, there's more behind the scenes than you realize in terms of So more of those really, that would be nice. More dialogue and story expositions would be cool to see.
Yeah,
regarding
that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Isn't there dialogue so like your teammates when you're playing single player though?
Yeah, but they're more making quips on the environment. Like, for in your convenience store, be like, "Hey, Judge, you want anything while we're here?" I mean, it's funny, but it doesn't add anything to the
Oh,
story.
that is kind of
Oh,
funny.
Or like
guess-
in the Valley of the Dolls mission, somebody come is like you'd be like Christ, or like what the fuck, those are cool because it helps to the thing, but it doesn't really add to the story. It just helps reinforce the fucked up situation that your team is in and you're seeing,
oh,
But
okay,
the
that makes sense.
dialogue on Port Hoken was different because it actually felt like you were trying to talk to someone, trying to be, like saying you don't want to do that, but they're kind of forcing your hand because technically, at the end of the day, they are your superior, So you're like, you don't want to close it, but you're like, damn, it's an order, so you're like, you got to follow it, otherwise, there's that whole thing. But that kind of feeling, I was like, oh man, there's more to than what you realize is what I liked in that little section, and I hope they add more of that instance in the future. But that's it. That's all I would ask for. Let's see. I don't know, better mod options because there's not really much mods at the moment.
That's true.
Okay.
There are some good mods like ports from SWAT 4 maps, but that's about it. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, Soul?
Oh boy, I think I already know mine from the very start. I played this game.
All right, let's hear it.
What is it?
It's the graphics, man, or the frame rates.
Oh, optimization.
Yeah, the optimization.
Yeah,
I put myself
that one
in.
definitely.
I'm not. I know I'm not the only one that was talking about it, but it's like I put in the lowest settings, and it's like, it's like dropping. It still drops like in certain parts, or like freezes up the game, and it's like, come on, man, I just want to play, and it doesn't help with like current missions, like that drug dealing house. I'm like, especially with the tunnel.
Twisted Nerve.
Yes.
Yeah.
The tunnel part is just like, are you kidding me? Let me shoot or something. Let me fight back.
Wasn't your friend also having severe issues too until I told him to go full screen? I somewhat fixed it. Did you try?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh.
you talked through with him about it too, and and I think he was also on like lower. He went low resolution, I think, like lower optimization.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
that is a legitimate complaint too. Everyone was always complaining about that, so you're not the only one too. So
yeah, I just hope they can. I know it's probably still they're probably still finding a way out to go through that, but I just do wish they can make better optimizations to the game so it doesn't like cause any frame rate drops on like certain parts of the mission or like certain parts of the headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because I believe it's gotten you and your friend killed a few times too because of that random stutter, and you just get domed.
Yeah.
Damn. Really?
Yep, and especially that dreaded tunnel. It's like I was about to go through it, and all of a sudden I got shot already. It stopped there, and I just got shot dead. That's about it.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. I just only hope they can get
More
better
optimization.
for the graphics.
Which is no, it's good that you bring that up, Soul, because it's like these game companies, they can optimize. There's a lot of places where they could, but it's just ridiculous sometimes where they're just thinking like, oh yeah, everyone has a super high end computer. Don't even worry about optimizing.
I have a 480 and it's still I still have
okay, just drop it. I'm scared.
Jeez.
No, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's like like when you optimize for like a game console, you have a set standard where it's like, all right, make sure you optimize the textures in this part. Make sure you reduce texture popping in this part. Or that's how they're supposed to think. But then when it comes to PC, like PC only games, F it, dude. Just freaking do. Yeah, yes, that rock needs 120,000 polys. Yeah, we could probably use a normal map and try to, create the optical illusion with textures. But everyone has good PCs. Who cares?
Yeah.
Also, while you're at it, throw it in like 100 times in one level.
Oh no.
Really make them chug.
Yeah, it's
Their graphic cards work.
I'm with you. Hopefully they optimize the game a bit better.
Or yeah, again with better optimization settings.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a legitimate complaint from other people too who've been playing since pre-release, and they noticed like, why is the final version less optimized than the pre-release versions? I'm like, oh damn, it's that bad, huh?
Yep.
So you're not alone, man. Definitely, there's other people in your battle.
Yeah. Anyways, next.
All right. Final question. Question 5. What is your final verdict and final rating from 0 to 10 using a 0.5 scale?
So with all the issues that we talked about, and I didn't get to talk about the 3 other dislikes and how I would improve it. I was going to quickly say that, of course, the AI, I would have loved to see more weapons and stuff in the game, like snipers and melee. Yeah, of course, having a timer going back to the lobby after a mission instead of having to wait for the mission leader to let you go back. Otherwise, you go back to the main menu. It's very frustrating.
Happened so many times.
Yeah, that happened.
It's like it's just stuff like this. It's us kind of it brings it down a bit. And to be honest, I don't even mean this like in the mean way. It's just like I would never play this game single player, like at all. I like have no desire, but it's like it was amazing playing it in multiplayer.
Oh yeah, same here.
And it's just one of those games that I feel that it needs a little bit more time to patch some things out, like the FPS drops and whatnot. It's just unfortunate. But from what I did play, it was super immersive. I really enjoyed the visuals and the textures. I don't know how they did that. I probably put, like Tubby said, 100,000 polygons into that garbage bag, but
Probably.
That's one hell of a garbage bag.
overall, I had a blast with this game, and I'm glad that I played it. So thank you, Tom, man, for bringing me back into Ready or Not.
Yeah, if Tama did not gift that game to me, I would not have pushed to get everyone to jump back on this thing too. So thank you, Tam, man.
Trust me, when I get to that game, it's because I firmly believe in this game. I wouldn't just get the game willy-nilly if I didn't really like believe in it being really as good as I know it can be. I know there's gonna be growing pains with any new game, but like after playing the pre-release, that I wanted more, but like I wanted to wait till the game was fully finished. And when I tried it, I was like, oh, okay, I know this is gonna be a good game. There's gonna be growing pains, but it's gonna be a good game. So, yeah, that's why I gifted it to like, but it's a good game. I love it.
And that is why I'm going to give this game a solid 8 out of 10.
All
I
right.
enjoyed my time with it. It's a good game I recommend picking up, especially if you have someone else to play with. It's a good homage to the old SWAT games from a long time ago.
Okay. For me, I enjoyed my time with Ready or Not, even when I wasn't Ready or Not. And yeah, this game forces you to play patiently, calmly, and strategically, which is definitely a nice change of pace from all the other hardcore running and gunning shooters out there. Like it's much slower. Yeah, the movement shooters. Like this game isn't afraid to slow itself down, and you know what? I welcome it because of its much slower pace. Like Ready or Not is able to build up tension, that uneasiness, and a healthy amount of anxiety. And if you don't believe me, try being the last one standing on your squad in a room full of creepy dolls and pictures of little kids with their eyes crossed out, knowing that you have only 2 more sick freaks to hunt down, and you only have half a magazine left. And just like that moment is when the game really clicked for me, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is. Now I know why it's called Ready or Not.
You're ready or you're not.
Yeah, whether you're ready or not.
Simply one of them.
Yeah, because it's just a really anxiety-inducing feeling. and it's awesome. And we mentioned it a lot, but this game also feels like a horror game sometimes, and I would not be opposed. Yeah, I would not be opposed to them making a horror game, as we all discussed before.
This could be Condemned 3 for all I know, and I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. So for me, really, if I have to go into some quick things, some negatives, it's again, the AI, man, from beginning to end, it leaves a lot to be desired. And honestly, if the game continued at its current pace with that old cheap AI, and if you did not install that improved AI mod score, man, my score would probably be lower just because of that.
Yeah, or if the update didn't release before then either, it definitely would have impacted my experience.
So this game has so much potential, and I know that they're slowly moving towards that potential. And as of right now, I was kind of debating between two numbers, 7.5 or 8. But ultimately, I'm going to give the game a 7.5. This game has a lot of potential to be amazing. But it's still very rough around the edges. Kind of like what Noxo was saying. It needs a little bit more time to cook in the oven, fine tune a few things. But again, I 7.5 is a solid score. I think it's good. If you did not introduce that that mod though, Teo Man, I'd probably be dropping it to a 7 or even lower. But
6. It's an average game. Oh,
no, as good as Nightfall.
Yeah, just as good as Nightfall. A 6.
Nightfall. Oh, I forgot about that game.
No, but genuinely, I like Noxo said, I'm glad you brought this game back. I'm glad you gifted it to me, and I'm very happy that we played it because it's just it was a great time.
I believe in this game, man.
So yeah, 7.5 is my final score. What about you, Teo Man?
I give this name a straight 9. I freaking love this game. I've been playing it like hell over the past week. I got 97 hours in it now.
Jesus.
I've S leveled
My
10
Lord.
of the 18 levels in this game. I got 8 more levels to S level, and I'm enjoying it. I've been playing the game without the mod because the AI mod update definitely does make it more accessible. But I might throw in the old improved AI mod just to bring back that old feeling of wow, these people know what they're doing type feel, But no, I've been enjoying the game very much, and like Tubby says, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and I'm hoping they add more features because I'm still definitely enjoying the game as is with its 18 levels of content because they're all very replayable because everything is different every playthrough, so it keeps you on your toes for sure. And I have yet to play online with other people, but I'm definitely enjoying the game with its just single player. The AI is very complacent enough. And I do hope that, like Tubby says, they do release and polish the AI more for sure. But at the moment, I'm still very much enjoying this game. And I give it a 9 because it's one of those games one of the rare few games I cannot wait to play when I got home. So I was one of the few games I'll actively learn how to I was actually watching videos off on my own time how to properly clear a room in TQB, what buying a room means and all that, and some techniques, and I've been applying that, and it's definitely made my enjoyment of the game more. But it's definitely one of those games that you can't play to you can play to relax, but you gotta remember it's definitely not going to be that kind of relaxed, But anyways, I like the game a lot. I give it a 9. So, and
All right.
I definitely love the just everything about it. But there's always hopefully more they can always add to it. So, yeah, next.
Okay, ready or not? Oh boy, there were some things I wasn't ready for some of these heavy themes. Aside from that, I like the gameplay, and how and things get so serious at times. But even the ambiance, the setting, especially the cultist place. My lord, I still get chills just thinking about that.
Yeah,
but aside from that, I don't. The one it's the optimization that kind of brought down the score a bit, but it's still got potential. So I'm giving this, and I like the customizations out of a character, and how you play with it. So I'm gonna give this game an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. All right. With that said, Ready or Not gets our final average rating of 82.5% or 33 out of 40. So yeah, solid game. Grab some friends. It's a fun time. You will not regret it. But make sure you install that mod for sure.
Oh yeah, the mod's definitely a definite addition.
Yes.
Until they
And again, if you're, sorry, go ahead, Taman.
Oh no, sorry. The main AI is accessible, but the mod really enhances your experience. All I'm gonna say. Yeah.
And just in case if you're going to be recording or live stream this, be advised that this is the game is heavily graphic and might make you feel unnerved in certain scenarios.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't wait to play this on my Nintendo Switch cloud version.
Oh god.
You were rocking the shotgun, weren't you? Always in that game.
I never had ammo in it though. It's all pistol.
Oh.
Yeah, all pistol.
All pistol, but no shotguns. Not much shotgun ammos.
Oh man. But that is it. That concludes this episode of Video Game Book Club. Thank you for tuning in. And if you'd like to join the Video Game Book Club Discord and play and discuss video games alongside us and the community, the link will be in the description box below. With that said, take care, have a good one, and we will catch you in the next episode of Video Game Book Club. Say goodbye, everyone.
See ya.
See ya.